All right, guys. Well, welcome to our virtual training session. I apologize for having to pre-record this, but with the weather yesterday, my son's basketball game got moved until tonight. I know several of you are still struggling without power, so hopefully you'll get the power back on and you'll be able to watch this later. So bear with me. I'm using a brand new program, but I'm very, very excited. And if you want to know what it's called Zoom. And it's a great way to do virtual events if you want to do like face-to-face. It's also a really great way to do some team training. So hopefully we'll be able to do this more in the future. All right, so let me get this set up here. And what I would like to start with is I want to talk to you a little bit about why we do virtual events. We are not a party planning company, and that is one thing that really drew me to this company. And I really just wanted a way, sorry. There we go. I just knew that I needed this business to fit into the nooks and crannies of my life. And when you have 3 boys and you have a husband that works odd hours, it is just not conducive to be gone several nights a week doing parties. I do think that it's very, very important when you're first starting to make sure that you do, a live event your first and second month. I'm even seeing that doing one live event, one virtual event is very, very is helping people be very, very successful. We definitely don't want to discredit that, and we don't want to discredit the corporate events. But what I'm finding is that people just don't want one more thing to go to, and they are more apt to tune in if they can lay on their couch, they can be putting their kids to bed. It's something they can do at their convenience. And so the beauty of these virtual events is that you can make them automatic. So my last 2 events, I've actually have not even been sitting at my computer or my phone. I was actually in a no service area, and I knew that I was going to be gone, so I set up everything, and you wouldn't have known the difference. And so that's what I love. I love that it's, not necessarily working harder, but working smarter. And it's definitely something that you can be doing once a week. There's no excuse for your team and your organization to not be having several of these a month. We have been having great, great success with these. We are signing a lot of people, and we're getting people closed as preferred customers. So I think it's really for both, both groups. I do have a few rules when I'm doing a virtual event. I absolutely cannot stand when people just add me to a party, a group. I get them all the time, and it takes so much just energy to go and unclick yourself, remove yourself, and then the people add you back on. So do not do that. Only add people that you have talked to first or have shown interest in the business. And you would want to send them a message and just say something like, hey, I'm doing this virtual event tonight. I know that you have been talking to me about Rodan and Fields, and you're trying to understand if this might be a good fit for you. I'm going to plug you into this virtual event tonight. There's no strings attached. Just sit back, relax, and watch the slides and let me know what you think. So something like that. Or, hey, I'm holding this virtual event tonight. I would love it if you would just tune into it. You can be, just watch on your phone, no strings attached. So just something like that. Give them a heads up or ask permission. Don't just add them because people will get annoyed. Also, you don't want to just blindly come at somebody with this. So make sure that you have talked to them about what it is. I do find it's a really good way to close your prospects. So if you've had several conversations with them, you've done a 3-way call, and you're like, you know what, I just need to, plug them into one more thing to maybe get them to close. So that is a great way to do it as well. So if you joined me last week, I had put together my virtual event. There is several slides. The other thing that I'm finding is you want to keep it to about 30 minutes, and you want to have posts about every 2 to 3 minutes. You also want to make sure that you start with teasers throughout the day, so it can be video, it could be stories about people on your team, it can showcase the the products, anything like that, just to get kind of people, just trying to get people excited. You also want to make sure that you have other teammates on the virtual event with you because, again, a lot of times guests are not going to be commenting or not going to be asking questions. And so this will help you to, create some of those conversations. We've also found that creating contests and giveaways are a great way to also find out who's joining you, who's actively watching and participating, and who is showing interest in the business. So that's some things you can do. All right, so you can definitely go back if you have not seen this. This is called New Year, New You, and add yourself, and you can see all of my different slides and the different posts that I do. What I have found is by using this program called Evernote, it allows me to create the different slides and upload my pictures and have everything ready to go. And so that's what I absolutely love. I love that if I want to decide to do a virtual event in an hour, I can totally go on and do that because everything is already set up for me. I did a little bit of research and I wanted something that would post the post automatically for me because let's face it, a lot of times 8, 9, 10 o'clock, I'm either at a kid's game or I'm driving home or it's bedtime. And I want to be able to do as many of these with the least amount of stress as possible. And so I found this app. It's actually not even an app. I think it's a website. It's called Postcrone. And it's just like Buffer or any of those different type of postings, but you can actually post to a group. So it's fabulous if you're going to be away from your computer, that you can still motivate your team. But then again, you can have this whole presentation completely set up for you and just have it run. So here I have as I've signed up for Postcrone. I went in and created, and I'm going to really quickly just show you where to go to create a group. You want to run this from a group page on Facebook. So if you scroll along here, you can see groups and create a group. So you're going to create a group, and you want it to be something that's going to catch their attention, not skincare party or anything like that. So you want it to be something fun, something kind of to intrigue them. So yesterday I made one up that was called Rainy Day Fun or something. So you'd put your group name in. You have to at least add one person. And then you can choose public, closed, or secret. I highly suggest that you make it closed so that everybody that you add will then see the posts. And people can find the group, but they just can't, you're not going to have all these random people joining you. So a closed group, and then you can add it to your favorites so you can find it right away when you're posting. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you the one I did yesterday. Like I said, I called it Rainy Day In. And I was just playing around with this because I knew we were going to have some training. So I want to show you really quick what I do. So here is my Evernote, and here is all my slides. So I have a slide for each little part of my presentation. It starts with a welcome, then I have a story about me, and then it goes into starts talking about the tools and the products, and then we end with how to get started with the business and what the business is doing for people. So you really can structure it any way you want, but the key is to keep it interesting, to keep it full of graphics, and you want to make sure you leave it to about 30 minutes. So what I love about Evernote is that you can have your whole slide ready to go. And then when you're ready to post, you just scroll down here and you click on link, and it puts everything into a link for you. So I've already created my Rainy Day In, and I'm just going to show you. You just copy and paste. And then once you get the slide in there, you want to take away this gibberish. And then you just hit post. And so there's my first slide. And it's going to show me, then if I click on it, then you can go through and read about it. Okay? The other thing I love is I love to use this Postcrone. And you want to make sure that you only have, this is my Rainy Day In group highlighted. And what I can do then, show you how to do this. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is you'll get three options: share status, share photo, or share link. You want to share link, and then you just copy and paste it here and hit attach. Then once you see your slide pop up, you want to take all this gibberish away down here, and then you can set up your posting schedule. So let's say that I want to have this slide go at 3:06 today. Okay, so I'm going to put 3 and I'm going to make it a 3:06. Now, when I hit done, what it's going to do then is it's going to save that time. So when I go in to do my next slide, I know, okay, I want to post every 2 to 3 minutes. So my next slide is going to be at 3:08. So I don't have to go searching. I don't have to go back and look. I'm just going to be able to simply post my next slide. The one thing that I do make sure is that I have every slide numbered in my Evernote. I have 2 presentations in here right now, so bear with me because it's not very organized. But let's say I use that as my like teaser slide. Well, then I would go to slide 1. Okay, and this is when I'm going to do it again. I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to hit link, copy, copy, and then I'm going to, because this is a new one. Okay, so share link, paste it, attach, and then I'm going to just clean out this gibberish and I will schedule it. Okay, so 3:08 would be my next one. Oh, 3:08. And done. Okay, so then I can come down here and I can see where my scheduled posts are. I can see, so maybe I don't really like the order it's going in, or maybe I forgot something. Then you can delete it and you can add something else. And then you can see right here where it says the time. Okay, so you would have probably about 18 to 20 slides all set up and ready to go. And like I said before, I really like to then throughout the day throw in some teasers about people on my team, about things that our business is doing for other people. And I just kind of get them excited about coming to the event that night. The only thing that I have found though, which is a drawback, is that you cannot just, let's say you wanted to create a group, Rainy Day In, and that's what the page you were going to do your virtual events from here on out. You have to go in and physically remove every single person in order to delete this page, or you have to go in and delete every single person so you can add new people in, because you wouldn't want to keep people in there and run the event over and over again. So keep that in mind. We are trying to research and look for some different ways to do this, but for right now, that's what we have found. The other thing that you want to do is you want to have a snazzy description about what you're doing, about your virtual event. You can ignore all of this stuff here. And then a nice cover photo is also good. So let's say I had some things stored here. I want to choose this one right here. 2016. And save. So now I have a nice catching photo up here. Okay. The one thing you want to make sure is you want to make sure all of your slides are numbered, because if you have somebody that comes in late, or you have somebody that wants to go back and reread, they can see, slide 2, slide 3. Okay. Again, you can be as creative as you want with this. You can have videos, you can have slideshows, you can have anything that you would like. So keep that in mind and don't just think you have to follow my slides exactly. Just remember that a virtual event is something that you should be using within your organization several times a month. There is no excuse because it is so automatic and it is so easy once you get it set up. So if you do not have templates set up, I highly suggest you sit down over the next few days and you put together the slides that you want. You can take them, if you're on my New Year, New You can take my slides by copying and pasting, or you can recreate your own. But again, you should be doing this at least 2 times a month for your team as you're growing your organization. Again, it's a really good way for people to interact with you, to see, kind of live, quote unquote, what these products are for, and to really hit a huge population. Last week, when we did this the other day, we had over 300 people who were signed on. And so that's 300 people that this information is getting plugged into their news feed. Okay. So I really challenge you just to spend some time and look at Evernote, look at how to create a group on Facebook, and to then schedule through Postcrone. I didn't use Postcrone for quite a while because, first of all, I didn't know that it didn't exist. But it was much easier for me just to save the pictures on my phone, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. So you're going to see what's going to work the best for you. And feel free, again, you don't need to stick to my exact recommendations, but it is helpful for you to do that. And I am going to go ahead and end this. So go ahead, and I challenge you all to run a virtual event over the next few days. People are home, so try one in the middle of the day and see what kind of response you get. And if they can't be on live, say, you know what, that's okay, because I'm going to, everything will be set up for you. You can pop in whenever you get a free time later that night. So I hope you guys are all having a great week. And remember, Month End Madness, it has begun. Let's not shut off until the 31st. But do remember that if you have any people you need to check on, or you want to get ordered, that you want to do that as soon as possible, because people will be shutting off for the 31st. So I hope you guys will have a great day.